All right. So I'm probably gonna ignore the chat for a bit just to talk about the matchups and stuff and how I feel about them. Um, so start things off. I'll say Crom. I think Wolf slightly beats Crom. The main one being that Crom being off stage is really annoying for him to deal with. I think that neutral. It's debatable, but I feel like their neutral's fairly even. Maybe Crom has a slight advantage, but I feel like Wolf just gets so much off of his hits that he could kill Crom incredibly early. Um, like I said in the Fox matchup chart, I think Fox Wolf is slightly Wolf's favor or even. In my Falco matchup chart, if you watch that, I thought Falco Wolf was even. In case you guys are confused as to why I think the matchup is the way it is, um, for this, I feel like it's harder for Wolf to edgeguard Falco than Fox because his side B's faster, double jump faster. His up B's slower, but I feel like he just has more mix-ups recovery wise. All right, Dark Wizzy. What Mario I think it's even or slightly Wolf, most likely even, but this is where I would put it. I feel like if any character were to have an advantage, I think it'd be Wolf, but I think it's fairly even. Um, Palu Wolf I think is even. I've played this matchup so much, like because of Jump Steady. So the way I see it is Wolf. Although Wolf doesn't really have strong shield pressure options, because of Paolo's out of shield options, it's really difficult for her to do much for against Wolf and neutral. In certain cases, like if he gets pressured, that is, or if she gets pressured, that is. Um, so I feel like he can kind of like control the pace pretty well neutral wise, and I think Paolo kind of does really well off of her hits, especially when Wolf's off stage. But yeah, Wolf kind of gives her a lot of issues in neutral, in my opinion. Especially if you know how to deal with auto reticle, if you know how to deal with explosive flame. In case you guys don't know, like a tip for auto reticle. If you know it's coming, roll towards Palutena. It's like a free punish. You think if anyone wins, it's Mario, but even it's like we're pretty much saying it's the same thing. We both think it's even, but we just think the advantage is favoring our character. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's still a close matchup. Okay, so on to another character. Let's go to disadvantages. So Wolf, I think his hardest matchup might be Pikachu. That the reason being is that again, Wolf doesn't really have very strong pressure tools, and Pikachu kind of has really good out of shield options. So let's say you hit Pikachu's shield, he'll probably hit you with like a bear or a fair out of shield up air, unless you like space it really well. But it's kind of hard to like always have your moves perfectly spaced. And then if Pikachu gets a hit on Wolf, he or she, because Pika Libre. But pretty much if Pikachu hits you, they can just combo you off stage. Pikachu has really good edge guards on Wolf, so it makes it really hard to come back from a single hit, from a straight hit from Pikachu. What else? And then the other issue is that because Pikachu's so short, hitting Pikachu with an out of shield option is pretty difficult. Because a lot of Wolf's rising aerials don't hit short characters, so rising nair, rising fair, sometimes just won't hit unless Pikachu like does something. So you have to rely on shield grabbing or up smashing out of shield, and his up smash out of shield is pretty slow. So there you go. Probably Wolf's worst matchup in my opinion. Just Pokemon Trainer. Where is it? Am I blind? Oh, there they are. Okay. So Pokemon Trainer, I think, is even or slightly Pokemon Trainer's favorite, and the reason being kind of similar to Pikachu in a sense. What I was explaining, I feel like Wolf has such an incredibly difficult time dealing with Squirtle, and it kind of just steamrolls like the whole matchup from there. So like, let's say you're fighting Squirtle, really difficult to hit. You can't do rising aerials on him unless he jumps, and then you have to like predict a jump, but Squirtle can just whip punish you for doing that. Squirtle's combos on Wolf are pretty good and get you off stage. You can't side B versus Squirtle. All she just he'll just water gun you and shoot you off, and then he switches to Ivysaur and kills you. So there's that. That's the other thing. If you get thrown off stage, Pokemon Trainer can always just switch to Ivysaur and kill you. Like, you can go high, but the issue Wolf has is that his up B doesn't really go very far, and his side B has a lot of lag. So him going high will get him like punished pretty heavily normally. All right, so believe it or not, I think Wolf might beat Pichu in this patch. The F-Tilt and Forward Smash nerf, I think, among all the space animals, benefited Wolf a lot. Because his out shield options already aren't very good. But he could actually do things to counteract Pichu's things now. More so than Falcon would. And then Fox could already do it, so it didn't really matter for him. And then Pichu just dies incredibly early. Like, sometimes you just guess you guess right when Pichu's at like 50 or 60 and they'll die. So that's pretty crazy. I think Wolf slightly beats all the links. Very slightly, not like anything huge. Yo, Big Nas, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, dude. Yeah, he like does a really good job of edge guarding them as well. Like, his Nair hitbox is so big. And then Dare is also really, really good. Let's see, what else? Joker, I think Wolf goes even with or slightly loses to. The reason why I would say he loses is kind of the same thing as Fox, where he gets Arsene and then he just Tetracons you and you die off stage. It's like more of a thing with Wolf because both his up B and side B are very strong and can kill. Wolf Greninja, I think Wolf might win. Similar to what I was saying with Palutena, Greninja's out of shield options aren't very good, so that kind of helps Wolf, who already doesn't have very strong shield pressure unless it's space, like just pressure Greninja very well. I think the issue as to why I might put it as even is because Greninja's so low, it's kind of hard to hit him at times. But overall, I think I would put it right here. I think Wolf slightly beats Marth. And Lucina, I would say he might beat as well. This matchup kind of reminds me of it reminds me of Sheik. It's like a weird version of Sheik, Marth / Lucina in 4, except you just have more kill power and you're slower. Slightly beats Ganon. Slightly beats the Belmonts. Rob, I think, loses to or goes even with Wolf. Or no, I mean, Rob loses to or goes even with our slightly beats Wolf. I think I'd lean more towards even, but I would just put it here because I just feel like it might be. I feel like I personally have issues with this more than I would as Fox, like a lot more. I feel like as like against Rob, because Wolf isn't super fast. Obviously, it's hard to get in on Rob unless you jump in. But it's really hard to jump in on Rob because his nairs is really big. So you have to play it very patient. Up close is also difficult because Wolf's buttons aren't really fast. Yo, thanks for the 8 months. Planking Wii Fit is an unwinnable matchup. Yes, planking Wii Fit is really hard. But anyways, so Wolf doesn't have very good buttons versus Rob, so it kind of makes it really easy for him to pressure you, and then down Rob's down tilt is obnoxious to deal with against or as Wolf. Because his recovery doesn't go very far, it makes it easier for Rob to just edge guard Wolf. Like he can just do his dare stuff. Because you normally for the most part as Wolf, unless you side B unless you side B, you're probably gonna have to go low with a B, or like go in like a really awkward spot where Rob can just get you. Neutral against Joker. From my experience, it's very dash heavy on the Wolf's part. Like you have to really abuse your dash mobility and then it's just jumping around Joker. Especially because he's not really gonna go at you with rising aerials because they're fairly unsafe. Joker's gonna want to like do a lot of falling aerials, mix up Nair and Bear, maybe like occasionally throw in Fair, and then do the I forget what it's called, the A-High, I think. Yeah, you can like really abuse your range. Neutral is not the issue in my opinion. It's just being off stage versus Arson that really murders Wolf. Oh yeah, Falcon. Falcon Wolf, I think, is even. I think out of all the spacies, Falcon does the best versus Falcon. The neutral game feels incredibly difficult. It's really easy for Falcon to just like avoid Wolf stuff, and then once he gets a hit on Wolf, it's really easy for him to spike his recovery off stage because Falcon's dare hitbox is really big, and Falcon's combo game on Wolf is also really good. I feel like the saving grace is that Wolf can kind of do the same thing to him. Can combo him really well, kill him pretty early. Like I personally feel like I could see this actually going in Wolf's disadvantage, but I don't know yet. So I'll just keep it here. Snake, I think Wolf slightly beats. I think his aerial space kind of do a really good job of just not denting the Snake's grenades. Snake off stage, like you have the benefit of being able to edge guard Snake pretty well. Like if he goes low, you can just spike him. If he goes high, you can bear him or up bear him. So yeah, that stuff. Off stage versus Snake could be scary though, because up smash and like his edge trapping. But I feel like because of Wolf's weight and the fact that Wolf has the ability to just recover, like get to the edge really quickly with side B. It makes it more like a bit more difficult for Wolf or for Snake to set up his traps compared to other characters. Samus is, I think, Wolf beats. I think Shulk is even or slightly Wolf's or even or slightly Shulk's favor. The reason I have this as even or slight disadvantage is because, like, unlike Pikachu, I feel like it's just really easy to pressure Shulk in certain situations. Like his out shield option, Air Slash isn't super quick, so you have the ability to somewhat pressure him. Like Wolf and Shulk kind of have the same issues where they don't have too fast buttons, or too like super fast buttons. But what Shulk does have is the range and the edge guarding and smash Monado and also shield to save himself in certain situations. But I feel like Wolf can hold advantage on Shulk better than Shulk can do for him. The only thing that changes that is shield, but at higher percents, like midish percents, Wolf can still combo Shulk and shield. So even then, that doesn't matter that much. Let's see who else. I think Wolf slightly beats Incineroar. Duck Hunt, I think Wolf slightly beats as well. Something I learned from playing Rido a lot. There's a certain range you want to be at versus Duck Hunt. Like let's say Duck Hunt doesn't have his cannon or his gunman out. If you stand at a certain range, if he ever throws out can or gunman, you can just dash attack him, and he can't, like, it has that much in lag that he can't do anything about it. And with can, because of how can gets sent up, you won't even touch can. Like can will go above you. So neutral's kind of annoying, but you could fair can, all this other stuff. It's not too bad. Oh, I forgot to do this. Put Wolf up there. Ken Wolf. I don't really know too much about the Shotos, but I played Venom. He was he's Ryu, both Ryu and Ken. I played Megamel, and the matchup felt surprisingly difficult. And this was pre-patch. Like I had like a much easier time as Falcon Fox. I think what it is that Wolf's it's just Wolf's buttons. Like Wolf's buttons just aren't fast enough. So typically when you're using Wolf, you want to abuse the fact that he has big meaty hitboxes, but so does Ken and Ryu, and they both benefit more from trading than you do, and can also kill you pretty early. I guess the only benefit that Wolf has over these two is that he can edgeguard them better than they can him, because of how the recovery is. Even then, that might be debatable, but I'll say that I think he does a better job edgeguarding them. Oh yeah, also being pressured by them is like really scary because again, your out of shield options aren't that fast, so you kind of just have to roll away and just get out of there. You can't challenge their buttons. Like it's already hard to challenge the buttons, but having slower out of shield options makes it like that much worse. I think Bowser. I think Wolf beats all the heavies like advantage. I kind of don't know why I put advantage here because I don't feel like Wolf has any matchups that are like heavily in his favor. Honestly, I think he has a lot that are his favor, but not by a significant amount. So Luigi Wolf, I think, is Wolf's favor. The way the way you have to play it as Wolf is just kind of, you just have to be very, very cautious, because getting grabbed at 0 is just, you know, it's a death wish. Like, you'll just die. But aside from that, like, aside from like Luigi having his combos and stuff, Wolf does a really good job of just holding advantage on Luigi. Like, once he gets his hit, as long as you can avoid Cyclone. And then off stage, Luigi's recovery is not very good, so once he gets off stage at a certain point, he should just be dead. Yeah, like I was saying, all the big characters I think Wolf slightly beats. I'm just gonna move them all over there. I don't think there's really much reason to debate or explain, but I guess like an easy explanation is that Wolf's combos are like pretty strong, and then he just combos them harder than normal because they're big. Their recoveries tend to be slower, so it's easier for him to like just to hit him with forward tilt, things like that. They don't have, most of them don't have great out shield options. Bowser's is kind of good, but even space, he can't punish Wolf's at tilt. Like none of them can if he spaces it. Zero Suit, I think Wolf slightly wins. I'll explain it. The way Zero Suit has to play this matchup is like, I feel like it's kind of scary for her, because she can't, like, you can't be grounded, even though she's really fast. So you have to jump a lot, and Wolf is really good at intercepting jumps. The other thing is that one of her moves, like the flip kick, that move, she can typically get away with a lot for certain characters, but because of Wolf's aerial drift, he can kind of just like jump around it and punish her for doing it. And then his strong punish on that would be Bear, and that can just kill her. I think Wolf also slightly beats Roy. I think he slightly loses to, or goes even with Inkling. Neutral for Wolf is kind of hard. The the dash, like her dash being able to low profile through stuff, it just makes it so that you have to play more grounded. And how do I like playing grounded versus Inkling is just hard, because you don't really have that many good ground tools that are safe on shield, unless you do it super far away. But Inkling is also really good at whiff punishing. So let's say like you like your best tools in the matchup are grounded F tilt and down tilt to like get it, like to hit her dashing, but she could just like mix up her dash and then dash away and then punish you for doing it. Snake Wolf is mainly because if you like having like Wolf having advantage against Snake, I feel like it's mainly because he has a really good job of not detonating grenades. He can combo Snake pretty well. Once Snake gets off stage, he can die super early. Like you get Snake off stage. If you react to him doing double jump up B, if he doesn't like in the wrong spot, he just gets bared super early and dies, or he can get bared super early and die. If he goes low, you can just spike him. If he does the air dodge thing, you can also 2-frame down tilt him or F tilt him, which will force him to like recover again, and then you just edge guard him. Rosa slightly beats Rosa slightly loses to Wolf in my opinion. So I think Wolf slightly beats Villagers. Sonic, I think is even. I think as the meta progresses, Sonic might actually beat Wolf. Like neutral versus Sonic just seems so difficult because it's really unsafe to Blaster, in my opinion. Unless you like read him dashing in, because like it's just really easy for him to punish it. Um, Wolf's like I keep saying it, but it's true. Wolf's out of shield options aren't very fast, so it's just hard to punish certain things. Diamond, I don't know, but yeah, kind of hard. You also can't chase Sonic; he's too fast. You can't pin him down. Link beats Bowser Jr., Meta Knight. I think Wolf also beats Mega Man. Slightly beats Lucario. Piranha Plant. Olimar, I think he slightly beats, especially in this patch because of the shield poking thing. Um, let's see. Ness Wolf, I think, is even. He beats Pit. The Pits. Sheik, slight advantage. I feel like Sheik Wolf could potentially be even if Sheik had better kill options. I feel like that's like the issue. Zelda, Wolf, I think, slight advantage. Actually, I feel like Wolf. Hmm. He beats Korn badly. I legitimately don't feel like any of Wolf's matchups are that are hugely in his favor. As weird as that sounds. Game Watch Wolf, I think, is even or slight. Actually, no. I think Wolf wins. I think Wolf's ability to just like space around Game Watch's things make it really difficult for Game Watch to be able to show the stuff, and then Wolf just kills Game Watch pretty early. Wolf slightly beats Diddy. Like honestly, I think Wolf beats most of the characters in this game. I think he slightly beats Cloud. Um, I think I think Peach Daisy Wolf is even. I think he beats Mewtwo. I think he beats the Robins. Yeah, I think he slightly beats Pac-Man as well. Wario, I think I put this at I put this at even, and it's only because I feel like Wolf does really well until he gets wafted. That's like a free stock. I think he slightly beats Ike, all enemies. I think he beats Kirby, beats Puff, beats Ice Climbers, Mario. Doc. Actually, for Doc, I'll put it here. Doc's actually scary. I played Louis Monies. It was actually really hard. Um, it's actually really difficult. um, like Doc's combo game on Wolf is really good. His edge guarding is really good because of Cyclone. Like Cyclone can kind of just suck you in sometimes. Let's see what else. Yeah, Pill's also really good because like reflecting it, I feel like doesn't really do much against Doc because he can still just like go under it. So like, yeah, so reflecting it typically just doesn't really do much against him. Yeah, this is hard. Also, if you like touch Doc's shield, he just up Bs you. I think his up B is pretty quick. What else? He slightly beats Lucas. Little Mac. Actually, I'll do Wii Fit Trainer. Slightly beats. Okay, so Little Mac. I feel like Wolf beats, but I'm also really afraid to fight a Little Mac because I think neutral just sounds so infuriating. But I think once Wolf gets Little Mac off stage, he's dead. Like he's just dying most of the time. Um, yeah, I should get rid of this. But yeah, there you have it. I think that's what I think Wolf's matchups are. I think Wolf is insanely good, of course. I mean, just based off of that, you could see that. Like, he doesn't have any matchups that are, like, undoable. Pikachu's, in my opinion, his hardest one, but still doable. Yeah.